Nah, we'll see what happens here. It's 12:42 a.m. Eastern time. Did a lot of work today. A lot. I Me and the wife did a lot of painting today. I just figured come down here and chill for a while before I go to bed. Yes, I am, Adele. Been working a lot the past couple of days trying to get this house done with the kitchen and the bathroom. But hey, the link's there if you want to come up. It's something to do. If anybody wants to, you all come up. I just figured do a little hangout for a while. Just gotta relax a little bit before you know going to bed. Oh, the Adele, the renovations are going good. They're gonna put the other cabinets up. Well, today it's up Benoski, Scott, Jenny, Mr. Snow Guardians. I just figured I'd pop up for a little bit. If anybody want to come up and hang out, I put it there in the old there in the chat, but maybe I can pin it. I don't know how long I'm going to be doing this for. Yeah, but just figure I hang out for a minute. I figure a lot of people are in bed anyways. Looked at the fish tuber notification, and Dr. Black's on. He's an awesome dude, but uh, I wasn't into what they were talking about. Whatever. How is the new fish, Jenny Lynn asked? They're doing good. Star sapphires I got from Peplin Brian. All seven are still alive, so I set that up right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Seven's in the back. There's always one that likes to. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there it is. It's coming up. I'm predicting 3 males and 4 females. The reason why I say that is it seems like the males getting a little territorial. Oh, we got a guest here. Oh my God, who is this?
Hi, Skipper. How are you?
Hello. Oh, just hanging out for a little bit. Need to relax.
Hi, everyone in chat.
After,
What did you get done today?
Oh my Lord! So the floor is laid in the bathroom. It's going to get all put together. It'll be done tomorrow.
That's good.
The kitchen
sounds like you're nearly there.
Yeah, it's a good thing I hired somebody and we're working together to do it. Just takes it's a lot of time because you get into it and you're like, oh shit, I need another part, so you got to run somewhere to get it. But no, it's getting along pretty good actually. I predicted this week it'll be done this week. Well, at least the biggest majority. I gotta wait for the cabinet people to come in. They're supposed to call me tomorrow, and we'll see what happens with that. The aquarium's maintained by Andy. That's a new one for me. I ain't seen that name before, but thank you for coming, buddy. Appreciate it. The Oh, that's fine. That's fine, dude. It happens. I'm used to it. Yeah, Star Sapphire's here doing very well. The guppies from the pond's doing awesome. And my daughter's 6 damn carnival goldfish, they're all still alive. And I have not done a water change yet because, well, they're all busy. And damn it, you'd have thought that a couple of them would have died at least, but they didn't. They're just doing their thing. Mm. I'm going to look you up right now there, Andy. See if I'm subbed to you. If not, I will be. And I'm not. And I am subbed now. Here you go, bud. I got you. Yeah, buddy, I know about the whole busy as hell thing. You know, always get too much going on. It just happens. Oh, yeah, that's right, Steph. Just figure I pop up something to do. Need to relax a little bit before I go to bed there. The whole home renovation crap. When that's all said and done, I could finally focus on the fish room. Yeah, buddy. It's good to see you too. Oh, I just thought of something. This Sunday, I guess I better check my emails because I think I sent out some messages. I know this weekend is the big old Aquashella thing, and a lot of us can't go to it, but a lot of us will be watching for the pop up live streams. Uh, I did ask somebody to be a guest. Um, if he pulls through, it'll be something different. It has nothing to do with fish, but he wishes he had a fish tank. We did a raid there. Oh man, I'm trying to think. I think it was like 3 months ago. Yeah, what's up, Emily Oscars? We did a raid like 3 or 4 months ago on his channel. It was late night one. And I'll tell you right now for the few that's in here, if you all remember, it's Big Flip Coins. I asked him to be my guest this Sunday. Yeah, Chalupa. I am up late. And I'll be getting up early. It's nice to see you, bud. Thank you for showing up. You too, Emily Oscars. There's DD. I'm sure she's probably streamed out. But if you want to, I do believe, yep, it's pinned at the top. If you want to come up and shoot the good stuff, There's something to do. Yeah, we got quite a few summons. 14, that's good. All of us late owls. Yeah, Scott. I've been everyone. It's crazy because I'll get into that stream and I'll be like you get we call it memorized by it because it just sucks you in. You just follow it, look at the neat coins and stuff. It's pretty neat. It's just something different. Breaks up the monotony a little bit. Oh, Steph's going to go at least go lay down. And she corrected my my English. Oh, Andy, the tank. I'll show you here. Let me move a couple things so I don't knock it over with the cord. But yeah, but this tank behind me, I set this up a few weeks ago. I've got jaw fern on the mat. That stem plant, I can never pronounce it. It came with plants I was had ordered. That's the it's Java fern, but I think it's Wendy Eye. And there's 2 clusters of trident in there. And there's a couple snails. True star players are these, the star sapphire cichlids. I got 7 of them off of Peplin Creek. Aquatics and Foxy, she sent me some mystery snails. They're in a different tank, but these kids are going to get big. Oh yeah, Fernand's going to get big. Over here, you can see it. They are Marie-Z's guppies. They're my outside pond. There's a bunch of babies in there. That's the female. There's the male. Another male's in the back. Another female back there. But yeah, there's a bunch of babies. But I got the Java moss, redroot floaters, and duckweed with the whole package. And I'm going to tell you something. I didn't used to be a fan of duckweed until recently. Sorry about that. The camera stuff. But wasn't a fan of duckweed until I put it in that tank. So when I get too much of it, I'll scoop it out with the finger, and I'll put it in with the goldfish, and they just devour it. Yeah, of course, it's going to keep coming back, but that's just part of it. There's some guppy grass in there also with it. I think there looks to be a piece of hornwort in there, but whether it survives or not, it does, it doesn't. I ain't going to get upset, And then behind the computer is daughter's goldfish. That's the racket there, bottom. That's those 240s will be there. Hey, what's up, Big Tank Hank? Thanks for showing up, bud. But I think I'm going to line a bunch of 20s up here on this rack. That rack I can't do much because it's too close to the ceilings. It's going to be storage or a we could probably make it a fry rack, I think. Get them shoebox totes and just see what happens with it. Our freaky fish lady. Get the packing done so you can go have a heck of a good time down there. I wish I could go. I wanted to, but this whole house remodels thing kind of put a damper to that with, money and stuff. It is what it is. I think I might do a little short 30-minute stream unless chat picks up. People comes up if they want to. Oh, that's right. Big Tech Hank's on his way to work. Oh, my. The old awesome night shift. For him, it'd be night into daylight shift, though. Been there, done that, bud. Ain't no fun. Yeah, freaky fish like this. I was trying to get it to where it dulls down. I might have to put the black tin on it. Because when you look at it when you're on camera, it looks how it should be. But on camera, it don't look like it. It's a Aqueon. But it fits the tank. I don't remember the actual numbers and stuff, All right, Scott. You have a good night, bud. Lay down and get some rest. I ain't gonna be on here too much longer, though. I just figured I'd just do this just to see what happens. I'm gonna set up another 29-gallon, either tomorrow or the next day, so I can bring some fish down from the laundry room there. Hey, Peplin. Oh, they're doing great. Here, I'll show you real quick. Oh my, here's trouble. Hello, Deborah. I gotta show Peplin his babies, though.
Hey, I've got an echo. Is that me?
Probably. Your babies are doing good, Brian. All 7 of them. And I'm predicting 3 are going to be males. What the hell? Did I hit a button? Did I hit a button? Or did you hit a button?
I think I did.
Somebody hit a button.
With me.
Yeah, sorry I missed y'all's ladies' night tonight. I really wanted to watch it, but I had to get that painting done. Did you have a good stream?
Yeah. It got kind of wild and rowdy, of course. Yeah.
No.
Okay, help me figure this out.
Okay.
Everything's repeating. What have I got to do here?
Do you have the YouTube up still?
Oh, is that what it is? Let me.
Yeah, you got to mute that, and then
That's better.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. A lot of times, whenever you jump in a stream, and you are still on your YouTube, you got to mute it before you go over.
I
Because if
just
not,
turned it
you'll
off.
have that like we're telling each other stuff twice.
I'm going to see if I can pull up the chat. I never have. I don't even say how I can, but oh, every time I do it, I've always kept myself off. Okay. Yeah,
Okay.
it was crazy and kind of out there.
Adele said, "Just learn things."
Yeah. Well, you see, some things I didn't know either, but I know how to fake it. Just roll with it.
Just go with it.
Miss Holly, did you get your email? But it was fun.
That's good. I'm glad. I love seeing you do that though, for real. Like that's a good thing.
I think I got 14 more subscribers tonight.
Really, that's good.
Yeah, it was nice.
Well, if you just keep going, I think you'll get a lot of other people up there that, like other ladies that normally don't stream those. I think they'll come up. And that's good. I like that because they know, like, there's more to it than just us dudes that do this, you know.
Well, Shanna thinks I would want to stream one day, but it's like I don't really have any desire to stream myself, really.
I
just like
didn't do it for a while. I did a lot with Jess on the morning show.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just got a hair up my ass and just started doing it on Sundays at 6. It was open whenever Bob was doing the whole that fish tubers notification thing.
Uh-huh.
And me and Robert just started doing it and went from there. And then I ended up doing 3 streams a night on Sunday. I did my own. I did the one with the Bob. And then when Griff was streaming, I was helping him out too. But Griffin hasn't been streaming, so I haven't been doing that one. And Bob, I've been just doing. Yeah, I've been doing it too on Sundays now, which is nice. Holy cow! Get an hour break in between all of them.
Yeah, ever since he had problems with his fish room, he sort of hadn't been around that much.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to call him because I can call him. It's just been nuts for myself. And I think he has his boy more too, so you know how it is with kids.
Well, and people get into a routine once school starts.
Yeah.
So, gets very structured on time ways. Hey, Travis. David. I can't read the chat and talk when I'm doing their
That's
stream
fine.
because it's too much. There's Richard. Every once in a while, I can stop talking and look and read.
I try to do it both at the same time, but that don't work out too well.
Maybe 20 years ago, I could have.
Mm.
So
Yeah,
you got a
me-
project you're working on?
Just the house I was doing. Started a remodel about 2.5 weeks ago. Me and the wife did the painting for the kitchen, the bathroom, to where the bathroom will definitely be done tomorrow. But the kitchen, it might be pretty much done, but I gotta wait for the company to call me to install the countertop, and that could be another 3 weeks.
Yeah, yeah. We remodeled this whole entire house from the roof to the bottom. It took us 3 years though. You had to live in it while you were doing it. And
Yes, and that's where we're at. And we did the whole refinance of the house thing because the percentage was lower, and that's we talked. I was like, well, we might as well just do it so we can get the kitchen, the bathroom done. The two biggest money guzzlers of them all.
Yep.
Because you think you have everything and you don't, then you got to go and get more, you know. But after that, it'll be all downhill with the other remodel I'm doing. So I'm just doing a room at a time.
Well, now that you got a new finance, I would highly suggest that you drop an extra $100 a month on principal only, and you'll
Oh,
probably
yeah.
cut off 10 years off your money.
Yeah, see,
I paid my house off 12 years early by doing that.
we had I have a relative that she does a lot of real estate stuff with a lawyer, and she told me to do your mortgage payment bi-weekly instead of once a month. And like for me, I got like 2 to 3 extra checks a month because you know how it all falls.
Yeah.
Excuse that one check will be on the principal, just like what you're talking about. And
You have to keep behind
would-
the bank because they'll put it in a regular payment.
yeah,
And I had to keep going. But hey, you see that deposit slip? It had check. It was checked. You pull it back up and look, because they kept trying to cheat me out of that. So
okay, they try to make money.
yeah, because I mean it's just interest for them. You know, I
Yeah.
cheated them out a lot of interest. Of course, I didn't start till it was probably 10 years in my loan when I could make extra payments. But if I had $300 extra, I went and put $300 on that principal. If I didn't have it 50, I made 50.
It doesn't matter. It marks it down.
It sure does. Because you know, depending on what your interest rate and all that is, you may pay say $50,000 for the house, and you'll
Yeah.
pay $180,000 for it if you pay throughout the whole 30 years, if not more than that.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, it's more than one way to skin a cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did my Halloween spooktacular tonight. I had my Halloween decorations in. I was Little Red Riding Hood. I had my long wig on.
Yeah, I have to watch that back tomorrow. I couldn't. Yeah, I'll rewatch that tomorrow for you.
It was stupid. It was fun though. Oh, we ran Miss Susan off, I think.
Oh, Fish Mom. It happens.
Because I think she said something like, "Oh, this isn't kind of stream for me." It was bad, probably right at that moment too. Felt bad because I can't really read the chat, and I didn't know it till after she had said it. It's like, oh,
Oh, yeah. Nah, she's good people though.
Yeah, she is. She's a wonderful person.
But she knows she comes up in the streams. It doesn't matter the scheduled ones. She says hi or whatnot, and then she'll stay or she'll just get on about her way. I get it too. She's a very busy woman too.
Yeah, she's on it.
Yeah, she
I
does.
don't know where she works, but she's always got to go to work.
She told me the one time, I forgot, but I know she does a lot of volunteer stuff for the church. So,
Mhm. Oh, look, Sandy Dowdy paid her last mortgage payment October 15th. Yay!
nice.
You're a free woman.
Problem here in the state of Pennsylvania though is once you pay that mortgage payment off, you still got the real estate taxes to take care of.
Yeah, and the bad thing, I like the escrow part, because you don't have to worry
Yeah.
about your insurance. And
Yep.
boy, when they take that off, you have to come up with that big old chunk all by yourself instead of making that little, $50, $60 contribution each month.
Yeah, that's the thing that sucks is because I'm doing the whole escrow thing. I've been doing it since I bought this house, but it's like you got to set up a separate savings account just to make sure you got the money to pay the taxes here in Pennsylvania. Because if not, they'll take your house whether it's paid off or not.
They don't do that in your escrow?
No, I'm talking about after that.
Oh, yeah, after.
Yeah, if
'cause
you
I
want-
kind of forgot about it because, when you do 20 years of not having to worry about it, you kind of just don't pay it in the mind. And it's like insurance came due. It's like, what? Because it's like, if you don't pay your insurance, it's like, oh my gosh, so now you're having to find out what you need
that's
to
another
pay.
thing. Yeah.
You don't even know.
When your house is paid off, I totally forgot about that. You got homeowners insurance.
So I just attached it to a credit card. That way they'll get it, and then I'll see the bill when I go to pay my bills.
Oh yeah,
I don't have to worry about it no more.
That's smart.
But I finally sold that house, and now we're in this one. But it was rough having two.
Yeah. Well, I bet it was. 'Cause there was a time I thought I was going to do that whole rental thing, and then I started thinking about it. I was like, I don't want two mortgage payments because it's the whole what if. If you don't have somebody in there, then it's not getting paid.
Yeah. But that's the reason, it took us so long to do this one because we stalled, 17 months maybe from COVID because we didn't have anybody coming in here. And what if you had a house you were renting out all that time and people weren't paying? You'd be making two payments and maybe even lose the house you're living in right now yourself.
Yeah.
You'd be on the street and they'd be in your house.
They were protected to where you couldn't kick them out because of the whole pandemic thing. And yeah, you were stuck making two mortgage payments in.
I can understand, the landlords being caught in a pinch.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
'Cause I'm in a military town, so around here, a lot of times your military people buy a starter home, then they go away for a couple tours, and when they come back, if they decide to retire, they get a bigger house.
Yeah.
Now they got the little house that they've been renting out while they were gone, and maybe they have 7 or 8 more years, and it'll be paid for, so they just keep renting it. So now they got two mortgages because they go get a nice big house as they're older.
Mm-hmm.
Happens a lot down here.
So Sandy Dowdy asked, "What is escrow?" So escrow is if you go and buy a house and you escrow your real estate tax and your homeowner's insurance in it, and it's good up until when you pay your mortgage off, then you got to pay your real estate taxes, and your homeowner's insurance. This helps you to where, you make one payment and all three of them are taken care of. That's pretty much what it is.
Of course, you can opt not to do that, but when I was first getting that mortgage, it's so much easier just to make one payment.
Yep. Definitely is.
I got a friend that he always felt like they were stealing his money somehow. It's like, well, they got to count for every penny,
Yeah.
so they're not going to steal your money. They're not going to lose their business over your little bit of money. Hey, Chris, I need for you to send Shanna your email so I can send you your prize. Chris won a $50 gift card to Co-op tonight.
Awesome. Good for you, bud. That's awesome.
We didn't announce we were doing giveaways other than Jess's hair color. Like,
I tried to make the morning show, but I couldn't today. Tomorrow's Wednesday, or today's Wednesday, and she's not streaming. It'll be Joe. I may make Thursday.
it was a good show this morning too.
Yeah, it sucks. I missed it.
We had a good time.
Too much going on. I was putting a vanity in myself in the half bath. So we had something, you brush your teeth and, wash up a little bit. But, man, that thing was a pain in the butt. Ugh.
Well, normally I like to do hands-on, do it myself, but
Yeah.
trying to teach this kid and constantly being like, help her navigate on the computer because
Yeah.
she's homeschool. It's like I can't concentrate. If you sit down for a second, Dee, I need you. So I said, you know what? Let's just hire somebody.
Yeah.
I've done enough shoveling and digging and posting and lifting and pushing and pulling and nailing. I've done enough in my time.
Yeah, I feel you.
This
That's
is
why,
not
like,
house of renovations.
that's like whenever we was, doing these two projects, I looked there, I said, no, we're hiring somebody. I said, I'm done. What's up, T-Bones? Thank you. Like, it just sucks. Like,
Well, to me, it's easier to build than it is to rebuild.
Yes, it is. Because when you rebuild, whenever you gut everything out, like this house was recorded back in the 50s. But it was probably built in the 20s, 1920s. And you don't know what you're getting into until you start tearing it apart. The bones are still good. It's just everything, because the bones shifted, or everything shifted, everything else is off, so you got to fix it. It's a pain in the butt and a little bit more money.
My last house that I just sold, it was built in 1941, and the hot water tank was listed on the original deed. It had the serial number and everything. It was a Sears and Roebuck water heater, and it was
wow.
a gigantic, big old heavy-duty thing. And I replaced that in like 2007. So that thing was in there for 67 years.
Wow.
And I could have actually, tinkered around with the thermostat again, like I had for many years, and got it to go. But it's like, you know what? 67 years is enough.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And everybody that was like, hey, if you scrap that, I want it, because I guess it was made out of different stuff back then.
Yeah, it was sheet metal, and I think the heating ribs in them were aluminum, and then there was copper in there too. So there was 3 different metals in it.
So I told them, so hey, whoever gets here first can have it.
Yeah, get it the hell out of my way.
Sears and Roebuck.
And
you remember the Christmas catalog, Skipper? Did they still have? You get them out and you shop for hours, for weeks.
I remember the Christmas catalog. It was thick as hell too. And when Mom would get it, she'd be like, hand it to us. Here, pick what you want for Christmas.
Now you get a little Amazon Christmas book.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was the days.
The only Christmas book we get now is Toys R Us or whatever it is now, but we used to get that one. And Black Friday, Thanksgiving Day, I would always go out and get a few of the newspapers for the Black Friday shoppers.
Mm-hmm.
Because when we all get together on Christmas Eve, it's like everybody wanted it. So you had your little thing, and everybody was leaving to go shopping.
Well, I remember we used to get our school clothes through Sears and Roebuck.
Yep. I used to get mine from Sears and J.C. Penney's.
And we didn't have. We had a little. You picked up your parcel at the store, and you went and ordered it at the store, but you didn't.
Yeah.
There was nothing there. They had a few lawnmowers, and that was it. It was just a little pickup joint. You know, thought you was the shit because you got some new clothes.
Yeah.
That you made your money from doing tobacco all summer.
Yeah. And then you go to school, they got the same as you, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, because you only had like maybe 8 styles and colors of pants or something, so everybody had the same stuff. Yeah, it was okay back then. Do you know I did not own a pair of blue jeans throughout my whole school career?
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
I had some good Lord, corduroys.
Oh, I remember those. I had a couple pairs of those.
And my mama sewed a lot of my clothes, so my dresses, a lot of them were homemade. And you bought those cotton pants, you know, from Sears.
Yeah.
Of course, when I got as big as my mama, she had jeans. I'd take hers and wear them some, but I didn't never own a pair of my own until after I was out of the house.
Oh, yeah, because back then they had a certain way they wanted you to dress.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. It's different. Look, I can remember one time I fell asleep on the couch and I woke up and I thought, oh my gosh, I'm going to be late for school. Because I looked out the window and I saw some kids playing in the road, which we would play waiting on the bus to come. And that's so I go out there. So I'm going to have to wear the same clothes I had on yesterday. So I go get my book bag. I go out there and it's like 6 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, my
I've been asleep all night. I've probably been asleep a half an hour.
I remember I used to do that when it was a weekend, whenever you was off. You didn't have to go to school. You wake up the same stinking time you was, like your parents always woke you up. And I'm like, oh, hell, I'm late for school. I'm up front. You know, I'm getting dressed in my bedroom. I go out front, and nobody's awake. I'm the only one. I had 2 other brothers that were in school, too. And it's like, oh, shit. I think, look, the calendar, it's this time to go back to bed. It's Saturday.
Wake up early on Saturday. He's like, dang. Oh, but
Yeah.
those days when you could sleep till 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah. And nobody bothered you.
And your mom was probably glad you stayed your butt in the bed.
Yeah.
They had to put up with you until you woke up.
That and, yeah, pretty much that. But there was always that saying was, my parents always said, it didn't matter what, didn't matter if it was a school night or whatever, because they knew we was just out playing after we did our homework. Oh, Shanna. If you want to come up, it's pinned at the top.
Shannon,
But, my dad used to say when the pool light comes on, you better be in the driveway.
yeah. Now, we would get up and as soon as we ate breakfast, we went out to play.
Yeah.
Unless it was Saturday morning cartoons, and they ended at noon. And then you watched American Bandstand when you got a little older, and then you went on out. And like you say, my mama would come on the porch and holler for us.
Yeah.
Which we had to come when she hollered. And but you played all day long outside, barefooted.
Yeah, they called you back to the house to eat your lunch, and then they called you again. Means you're eating dinner. You're done.
Hmm. Now she didn't usually call us for lunch. We just came in when we got hungry.
Mm,
But for supper, she would. We called it supper.
yeah, me too.
But once school ended, we didn't put shoes on unless we went to town
Yeah.
or church. Other than that, you played barefooted, ran in the woods, everything barefooted.
Oh yeah,
That might be why my feet hurt so bad nowadays.
mine too. But I catch myself nowadays. I'll still like if I'm wearing like a pair of Crocs or whatever, and I'm outside, or if I'm in the garage and it's nothing that where I gotta like step on a ladder or something. I'll wear my Crocs down there and I'll just kick them off.
I see. That's like one day I had my Fitbit on, and they sent me on so many escorts at the prison, and I
Yeah.
was at the dorm the furthest away from the segregation unit.
Mm-hmm.
I clicked over 26 miles that day.
Wow.
Now that's not counting all the hours, the time that I stood in between the steps.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm here to tell you now, I've had surgery on both of my feet since I came out of the prison. I mean, my feet was beat up, and you have to wear certain shoes, and they're not designed for
The
that
the
kind of.
concrete's what really messes you up.
Yeah,
Yeah. I'm getting there with my feet too.
and
It ain't fun.
no, so I took a beating for that. But I remember we'd stand there and supervise the lunch or the breakfast, whatever, and it would take about an hour and 45 minutes to 2 hours to
Yep.
run them all in, run them, and you had to just stand there and make sure they threw the trash in the trash can and their utensils in the window so they didn't take,
Yeah.
hard silverware out of the thing to stab each
Yep.
other with. And 2 hours standing in a spot in concrete is rough.
Yeah, it sucks.
And then as soon as you get through with that, they're like, chair 25 to seg for an escort. It's like, damn, you haven't even sat down. You've been
Yeah.
standing for 2 hours, and now you can't even go back and sit down for 2 seconds.
It's totally different now because we don't have, well, at least in my state is like we used to have all that. Like all the inmates, whoever wanted to eat, went to the chow hall. They sat down, and we made everything orderly. Then when one row filled up, you made another row leave, this, that, and the third. But it's like now it's not there. They get their food on the block, and then you go to yard. Like whenever we did yard, I remember it used to be like, I think the most we had in the big yard was 1,300 inmates, and there was only 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 COs in the positions to watch everything, and that's how it was. But it's still the same way, but it's not as many. I feel if we went back to the way we used to do things, a lot of these people would quit.
Well, see, each side of ours would hold about 400 inmates, and we wouldn't have a lot of empty chairs in the dining hall. We had those like octagonal ones with the 8, like the picnic benches.
Yeah, like an
So-
octagon thing.
Yeah, but they could sit anywhere they wanted to, so they sat and chit chatted with whoever they wanted to sit and chit chat, and it took them longer to eat, because they're busy talking and not eating.
Yeah,
And which sometimes it made it bad, sometimes it made it good, but we didn't control where they sat down. We just had to like start rounding them out, like it's time to go, it's time to go. You've been here long enough, let's get out of here. And of course, then you always got the lip and all that mess too that comes back from it. Hey,
Yeah.
Michelle. And but there were some good days and some long days.
oh yeah. Mm. And it's a thankless job. Like, I know here in the state of Pennsylvania, they're like, oh man, you're so high paid, this, that, and the third. But then when one of their family members go in, they change their mind about it,
Mhm.
and they're like, "Oh, you make all this damn money. Why can't you do this? Why can't you do that?" I said, "Because they're not letting me, for one." And I said, "Two, are you sure you really want my opinion?" They're like, "Oh, no, sir, we're good." I said, that was probably a good idea.
Well, no, we did not make lots of money, but if you compared it with a job on the street,
Yeah.
we did good, you know,
No.
and especially if there wasn't anything going on for what you did, you got paid well for it, for
Yeah.
just going to work. But it was hard, because lots of days you work 16 hours and have to turn right back around and go in the next morning.
Yeah.
Um, so, that part was like, okay. But when you walk in the door and, they start calling you B this and, you know, get the F out of here, you hear that all day long until, oh, can you help me get a such and such a slip? I need to go to and you got to help them get all this stuff. So they talk to you nice for that, but yet they've called you every kind of name in the book for 2 hours.
It's more of like when you go working on the farm, you're beat up because you do a lot of physical work. If we got to do physical work, that means there's a lot of paperwork and somebody's going to the hospital. Whoever's going, it is what it is. But it's like, yeah, I remember when Dad told me he started back in '87. It was minimum wage. And then there was a dude that started well before him. When he started, I still think it was a reformatory then. But it was like, he said he started at like $4 an hour. When you go from what they started at to what it is now, it's like, oh,
Yeah.
what the hell? But then they dealt with a bunch more than what we do now. But whenever I started until the whole vid thing happened, I had fun with it. There's no more fun. They took it all away.
Yeah, yeah. I found I started off as a receptionist, and I was doing a lot of filing and putting stuff away
Yeah.
that had been misplaced and all this. And I found some payroll ledgers.
Yeah.
Some of the first people there that I could find made like $79 a month, and they
Yep.
lived on site because they lived for like a week or two, and then they went
Yeah.
home.
So
So
that's how it used to
that's
be
a
way
month.
back in the day. Whenever the prison system started,
Mhm.
actually, the one in New York. Oh damn! It's on an island.
Um,
Oh hell!
Rikers.
Yeah, Rikers Island. They actually all lived there. The COs lived. There was a housing unit and everything, and they all lived there. The maintenance people, they lived on the island, but they're like their off days. They could went home wherever their other home was. Did whatever, but they all lived there, and that was a perk back then, to where they didn't have to pay them a lot of money because listen, I'm giving you a place to sleep. If you don't have a home, this is your house, you know, and that's how it used to be set up. And I think no, here in Pennsylvania, we just had like the people that ran the jail, like your superintendent, that's the highest person. Your deputies, there's two. Then you got majors, there's two of them, so on and so forth. They get the special housing, but nobody else does.
Right. Now, nobody does anymore, but there was a time I think that the superintendent
Mm-hmm.
got a house, and some of the like trustee type inmates mowed their yard and all that kind of stuff.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And you
yeah.
hope
We
you didn't
still
run
we
off
still
with
have
your
that
wife.
now. Yeah, we still have that now. I actually have a group of dudes that go out and actually clean the streets, the roads, major highways. there's one dude watching them. They're not going to run away because they don't want to ruin what's about to happen in about a month or so. They're going home, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But a couple years ago, a dude actually walked off the outside work detail, stole a car, unloaded the passengers out that was there, and he just kept going. Then they caught him. The reason why he did it, he got a Dear John letter, and this person was going to go home, like he was going to parole within like 3 months, as opposed to what it was 3 months. He's going to max out her parole. And then he went and ran in that time frame, so he screwed himself. Because whenever you escape from a work detail, you get another 2 to 4 added on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, before I became a CO, I was a secretary for like 12 years of it. Now my first camp was a minimum custody. 2 of the 300 inmates went out in the streets every day and worked for the local towns and that kind of thing. But on a Sunday, there was 2 that went over the fence, and one of them only had 5 more months on his sentence, and the other one might have had like 3 years left, and he would have been done.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one of them's mother came, picked him up, and took him, and from there it was like a run. And what they ended up doing, they found a lady coming out of a Food Lion in South Carolina, and they kidnapped her and took her Jeep and took her. And they, of course, they went through Georgia and went through some of the Woods Trail roads somewhere, and they ended up crossing into Florida property, not knowing. But somewhere along there, they stopped, and of course, they raped her and they killed her, and took the Jeep on. And the only reason anybody was missing her was because she didn't show up to pick up her kid at the daycare. So then they started calling the husband, like, "Hey, you got to come
yeah."
So she was gone 6-7 hours for anybody who knew she was gone. And then they had a shootout with the highway patrol, the dummies. And, now they're in prison for murder.
Yeah.
But before, one of them could have been out in 5 months.
Yep.
But that's one thing I did learn. If a man is on the run, no matter what he did before, he could be dangerous, because if he needs that vehicle, he might kill you to get it. You just don't know.
A lot of them think whenever they're on the run is they can escape. So what they're going to do is they're just going to find every avenue to get away. And the unfortunate part is the parties involved are collateral damage.
Yeah, but they don't care, not a bit.
No, they don't care. They're just worried about themselves.
Mm-hmm.
That one escape up in New York where the nurse actually helped.
Yeah.
That was a year ago. We'll say a year or 2 years ago. We actually had an incident back in 96, 98 to where an inmate escaped, and how he escaped was because there were certain staff members just bringing stuff in for him. So he was able to break out. I mean, like he cut window bars and everything, and he got out. The only reason why they caught him was because he's filling his vehicle up with gas. He didn't know how to work it, because it's totally different from whenever that person went in. He couldn't work the gas pump. They figured it out. Then they started watching the news and were like, oh, hell. This dude that can't figure this gas pump out is a fugitive.
Yep. That's true. Now, we had one guy that got out. He spent a super long amount of time. We're still on a black and white TV. He spent a lot of years, and he was a migrant worker. Mm-hmm. And he was from Georgia, but I guess he stole the TV in North Carolina. But he stole it from a prominent person's house, and they were in the house when he did it. And so they threw the book at him because, it was probably all that undermined stuff. But when he got out, he didn't know what to do, because he didn't have any education. Here he is now going on to be an old man, no job skills, no nothing, because a mistake.
The one thing that they do here is there's always a job skill they're willing to teach you. Not all states are like that, but our people that get in trouble are fortunate to have that. Because let's be honest, if it wasn't there, they the same thing you said. They'll max out, they'll parole or whatever, and there's nothing because they didn't learn nothing while they was in. But the whole issue is it's their own fault because it's there.
Yeah, well, when he went in, I guess they didn't have it. Now, at the end, at this point, he's getting old. He don't care. He don't want to learn. But nowadays, they do have ABE, GED. They have all that. Welding, brick mason. So there's things you can do and learn. So, but if they don't want to learn, you can send them and make them go to a class, but I don't mean they're going to learn.
Yep. Oh, exactly.
But it's like this. If I had to go to prison, you might as well come out with a diploma.
Yeah, or a trade. Because nowadays you're better off if you're in to learn a trade because they need that trade on the outside.
Yeah. And I bought a double wide one time, and I had it bricked up underneath.
Mm-hmm.
And about the third day, as I was coming in and out during my lunch break, I was secretary, and one of them said something to me. When he said something, I turned around and I said, "Where'd you learn to do brick mason?" And he said, "In Duplin County." I said, "At the prison?" He said, "Yeah."
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But all along, something told me they were ex-inmates. And so that confirmed, my thoughts. But he says, "Do you work at a bank?" I says, "No, I work at a prison." But they did an excellent job. It was top notch.
Yeah, the guys that actually do it up here, and they do a lot of them go a lot of things that are the DOC where I'm my part of it is they'll have the good inmates, lower level inmates, and they'll go out and they'll build shit. It ain't your normal, I'm gonna scrub this wall and I'm gonna make it look good. Like they're doing plumbing, electrical, or just building the frame. Like
we got well, I'm not there anymore, but we had this program where they built like a little mini house.
Yeah.
And then they would tear it back down and then build it again the next semester, the next batch of people, and tear it back down. Same thing, they had that mortar stuff that would, wash away whatever it did to take it out and start over with the same bricks.
Yeah, tile grout, I think is what it is.
So, you gotta keep your resources because they don't get a lot of them. You waste a lot of money doing some things, and then you're too stingy with money for other things. So,
yeah.
You never know. Let's see, Chalupa Travis says, because of 2 weekends in jail, I eat differently around people I don't know. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and as a CEO, if you're on the other end of on the other side of the bars, it affects you the same way because here we eat what the inmates eat, but we don't eat with them. It's a different room. But when you go out to a fast food place, like say I'm with the Burger King, and then I have, this barricade here, I'm always watching. Like you're always going to watch because that's what you're trained to do. And even after you retire, you're not going to lose that. You're always looking for stuff.
See, now we had to pay if we ate the same thing, which I wouldn't eat it because I don't trust it. But what we would do, say if you were in the dorm, now you're in there with 134 inmates by yourself because your second officer is over there watching to make sure forks and stuff aren't coming back in the yard. So you're in there, and as soon as they call your particular dorm to chow, and everybody may leave, but maybe 5. So you grab your food out, and I used to eat so slow, but you grab that plate out, and they're gone out your face, and you're like, you try so hard
Yeah.
because in 2 minutes they're gonna start coming back in. I ain't never seen people eat so fast in all my life. They walked over there, got their stuff, and coming back. And
I got
they're
some
like,
dumbass
"Did
questions.
you make that? It
Yeah.
sure looks good. Boy, I'd like to have a bite of that. I don't remember last time I had that." It's like, just get the hell away from me. Let me eat my food.
I'd have been like, listen here, you little
Spit on
shit.
me.
You just ate it. You ate it before I did. You didn't taste it.
And when you see them coming back, you just close the lid and shove it back in the refrigerator. It's like you're not going to get to enjoy it. Somebody said, "Oh, can I get a grievance form? Can I get a request
Yep.
form?"
Yeah.
It's like, okay, that's it. No respect whatsoever. You went and ate your meal, and you can't. And there was no lunch time for us. We did not get a lunch break.
We do now. It's the first third hour of your shift. If you don't eat lunch, excuse me, after the third hour your trip or your shift because you went and had to do a trip, then they paid you. It's like, oh, it's ridiculous. It's like $8.20 for a meal. You know damn well that freaking meal was only worth $1.20.
Well, we could pay $2.12 or $2.22
Yeah.
before we wanted to, but it's like there's no way. That was my name being the Bride of Chucky or the Dragon Lady. I was not eating nothing any of them fixed, not one bite. Either
Right.
tell them what kind of special sauce might be in it.
Yeah. But the thing is here where I work at is they don't know who's getting what pan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't know that. So we're fortunate to where we don't have that issue. You know.
Mhm.
But this one inmate told me one day, he goes, "Skip, you know what? I'm gonna make you a special tray." I said, "Only if you eat it first." He goes, "No." I said, "I ain't eating it, you little shit." Because
Yeah.
I'm one of the people that have a good rapport with them. Like all the inmates there in our facility, they know how I am because I was very consistent and firm and fair, and they know I don't play no games. And
Now, don't get me wrong, but I had people calling me names, but that was the drug rehab dorm.
yeah.
Called me Dragon, Bride of Chucky, and we called it the dog pound where the rough and readies were,
Mhm.
because I was one of the few people that could clean the dorm for cleanup by myself.
Oh,
A
yeah.
lot of men could not do it, and yet I would just, like, hey, I'm not taking the crap from you. I'll treat you decent, you treat me decent, but if you got to do what I need you to do because my superiors expect me to clear this dorm, and they're looking on the camera.
Oh yeah.
So hey, it's like, no, I'm not going to lose my career over you because you want to stay in there in the bed. So,
That
but
damn
I'm
camera.
tell you, as many things as I had to do, I really believe if something went down, most of them would have rallied around and got me to safety.
Yes.
And I know a lot of times
Yep.
when I had trouble with one in the dorm, once the yard opened up, when he came back in, he come right back up to me and apologized because somebody got a hold of his ass in the yard. Like, don't mess with her because she'll do you right. You do good and she won't do nothing to you. She's not one of them. I didn't ever rely on one of them. Whatever
Yeah.
they did, I said they did, they did.
Yeah.
So she'll treat you fair. She won't put up with none of your crap, but
Yep.
and so I've seen black eyes, and it's like, what's wrong with y'all? Oh, I hit it on the basketball. They won't tell, but I've had more than one like get tuned up out there, and I knew they did, but you couldn't prove it. But I tell you what, they'd come and apologize.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And then they even come and tell
they
you
don't
like,
do that here though.
oh,
They
the
don't
captain's
care.
on the yard. Captain's on the yard. It's like, I don't care. The captain could come in my dorm anytime he wants to. It doesn't matter to me. I don't have to hide nothing.
You and I are so much alike. I'm gonna tell you right now. When the captain came in, everybody stood up. I sat in my chair. I didn't move.
Sat in my chair too.
Yeah.
It's like
He goes,
my chair.
He goes, Skip, what are you doing? I said, I ain't got time for your bitch ass. I got work to do. And I just keep going. I totally ignore them. They're like, after they do the round, they would come back and be like, Skip, are you okay? Yeah, but no, but yeah, because I don't need you around me.
I'll be like, hey, can you watch this door while I go pee?
Yeah.
We had a bathroom at the end of the building inside, but you couldn't go back there unless you had another officer. Because if you came out, they might be all waiting at the door for you
Yep.
and bum rush you, and it's over with for you. So they're like, hey, I need for you to watch my dorm while I go use the bathroom.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I had a good captain. Best
Yeah,
captain out there.
we're pretty fortunate here in this state because they're more about treatment than they are discipline. But then I start thinking with this whole vid thing, the human ick, that
Not Debbie.
you don't need a lot of supplies to get the job done.
Yeah.
They just hype it up to make you buy everything that you don't need. Yeah. Just grinds my gears that, you got the people, it's like 4-star generals telling them, oh, this is how you should survive. And they ain't got a freaking licking clue. Because I guarantee you, not one of them was in battle. Guarantee it.
You know what was one of the most important pieces of equipment I could have with me anytime throughout the day?
Let me take a guess. You either had a nightstick, a blackjack, or just an extra piece of pipe.
No, a 50-cent clear rain poncho from Walmart.
What?
Well, they might send you somewhere. Your coat is
Yeah.
all over here. It's sunshine, and then they send you on all these escorts, and now it's pouring down rain, and you got to go in the rain without no protection because they don't give you another raincoat if you don't have it with you. You just have to keep walking in. So I learned to put a 50-cent. I could put it in my shirt pocket, fold it up, and
Yeah.
that way it went in with me every single day. My notepad was on one side, and my raincoat was on the other side. Because so many times you're like, oh shoot, and it would be pouring, and I had my little see-through raincoat. Saved me a lot of times. Of course, you can't never get it to fold up again like it came out your pocket.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's wow, 5 minutes until 2 a.m. on the East Coast side. It's time for me to go to bed.
Yeah, you look like you need to go to bed too. Your eyes are starting to
Yeah, because about 4 hours I'll be up and doing her again.
Yeah. Well, thanks for letting me come up.
Thanks for coming up. I just did this just to hang out for a while, and it extended way further than I thought so, but it's cool though.
I'm still wired for 220 after Shanna Stream.
Still got the adrenaline pumping.
Yeah, it takes me half a night to go to sleep now.
Yeah. You wind down, you'll crash or whatever.
Well, I stress over it all day long.
Really?
Yeah. Like, is my mic going to work? Is this going to work? Is that going to work? And I finally get the knack of it.
You just got to go with the flow.
Yeah.
I want to
now I know how to hook everything up.
Yeah. I want to thank everybody in chat for sharing up. Deborah for just coming up and hanging out with me. Y'all, good night, and we will talk to y'all